Well, we're down at the River Bottom Farm, about to head out to the set. It's November 4th, nice and cool, about 33 degrees. We are going to head to the Poseidon set, which is the south side of the Central Timber. And it's just a great spot. We had lots of encounters with Fitzmagic there last year. It's the edge of a big bedding area, and the deer all just filter back in there, and there's lots of chasing. And it's hard to do an interview in the tree the first few hours of the day, so I thought I'd knock one out here. But excited, pressure's on the rise with this north wind. And after our 3 encounters with him yesterday, he's very active on the farm, and fingers crossed he'll come in bow range this morning. It's about 9 o'clock. We've had good movement so far. A lot of deer walking right here in front of the stand. Does, fawns, little bucks. Nothing crazy as far as like chasing or really aggressive behavior, but they're all just meandering around in here. It's the perfect morning for this stand. We have this very light north wind and just thermals rising. And this is a spot where you get deer on all sides of you, so it's working out very well so far. Hopefully Fitzmagic shows up.
I think we should stay home.
The 4 of them. God, there's nothing on the left side of the trail. That's just such as on his head. That makes me want to go get Ivy even more. Look at that. Who's that fat boy? Hold on.
Yeah, that's him. Gosh dang it. Do see if you can get him in here. Oh, I don't know. Oh, he heard that.
The slope. Oh, he might be going to harass that little fawn. I got him. He's coming. Look at him. Oh God, what's coming behind us? 12:15, and honestly, it's been a little bit slow this morning as far as rut activity. We saw 2 cruising small bucks early, came right out of the stand, a couple does and fawns, and they've all been bedded and just milling around in the acorns here all morning. Normally you see quite a bit of chasing out in all this wetland in front of us. Just a big bedding area. We've hardly seen any deer there. So anyway, it was noon and we were just talking about looking at the wind, deciding if we should switch or not, and then Rye said big doe on the lane, and I got her in the glass and she looked back behind her, and right away we see this buck we call Tony. We actually saw him earlier. I don't think we got any footage of him, but knew he was in the area. And it's a buck that Rye has been contemplating whether or not he wants to shoot it.
It was a tough decision. Realistically though, like from my stand, I don't have anywhere. There's one small gap we could have shot through, but it would have been a challenge to get the camera arm out of the way and get Mike's bow, and I didn't make the decision fast enough, so. This is a tough stand to do the switcheroo in. And we've actually talked about this deer quite a bit, just between the two of us. Like, if he comes in, would you want to shoot him? Because he's fully mature and would be a good one to get down. But he's like, I need to see him, So it was neat though, because he's over there with that big doe, grunt at him, do a little snort wheeze. He looked real hard, pawed the ground a little bit, and he just worked his way through the slough here. And didn't really come. It would have been great to just walk down the road. I threw a few calls back behind us when he got in some thicker stuff just to see if he would try to relocate, but we let him cross, and he crossed and got out of sight. And then I hit the rattling antlers together, and he just right away turned around. I could see him running back, and he came right back through at 25 yards. But definitely got me fired up. Big body on him. Cool encounter for the middle of the day. It's always fun to see. What's that? It must sound like tines coming together. It did. We heard tines hitting together and cut that interview short. Never could see who was fighting, but then we saw Tony. I saw Tony trotting away. A couple does ran out of there, so never got to see the other buck. But we're getting too much west in the wind to stay in this setup. It's almost 1 o'clock now, and it's just blowing right where they were off to. A lot of deer crossed down there, so we had talked about sitting here all day, but we're gonna get down and make a move. We have made the move. I decided to come back where we were last night. Obviously we saw Fitz here last night. We brought the decoy in. I'm not a huge decoy guy just because there's so many does out here and it messes with the does if they start blowing and making a ruckus. But I think it'll be fun, and it's worth trying because twice we saw him and I did some calling and he looked and then didn't come in, so hopefully if there's a deer stand there, he'd walk over. Unfortunately, we just put Josie, right, Rye? This is Rye's, Wales.
This is Rye's decoy, together, and there's no antlers. So we're either going with a very masculine appearing doe are a very short-tined, large-bodied spike. I decided to put the decoy where it works a little bit both ways. I have it facing us like you would a buck decoy, where the buck would come around and approach him head on. I should be able to get a shot on the approach. It's certainly pretty close to us here. I was going to put it just outside the plot screen or the edge of the food plot, but I have a branch here that I can't shoot, so I got him just a little bit farther out. Also, if he's viewed as a doe, then they can just approach him from the rear and get in bow range that way. Hopefully Fitzmagic shows up. Button buck. Spike just hit the plot. We're about out of camera light. It was a fun sit, saw a lot of deer. That same young 10, a young 8, bunch of 1.5-year-olds, does and fawns. We heard some kind of pretty deep grunts chasing back in the brush there. Never saw the chase itself, but other than that, really no significant rutting activity. You know, they're bucks and does right here in the food plot, just eating. I could see another 10 deer out in the cut corn, just eating. Don't even see the younger bucks messing with the does. It's kind of weird. None of the deer seemed to mind the decoy, so that was good to not have deer blowing at it. But unfortunately no Fitz, so we're gonna sit here till dark and then we'll see you guys tomorrow.